I'm manager partner of Life.SREDA. Life.SREDA is fintech fund. I launched this fund 4 years ago. We are focusing only on fintech. We invested in 20 companies already across the world in US, UK, Germany, Austria, CRS, Singapore, India, Philippines. And we already made 7 exits. For last 1.5 years, we are in Singapore. We are a Singapore-based fund, and we are trying to help for fintech ecosystem here, for fintech startups and other players to boost fintech scene with our knowledge, our relationships with biggest players across the world. Also, we have very big office in London with, I think that you know these guys if you're interested in fintech, Chris Skinner, David Breer, and Simon Taylor. They are our partners in London. Today I want to talk about InsurTech as new but extremely fast-growing industry vertical in fintech. For the last year, this vertical attracted 3 billion new investments into the area. In comparison with whole fintech attracted 21 billions, and it means that about a little bit less than 15% of these new investments which came to so sexy and attractive areas. Fintech belongs to InsurTech area, but InsurTech growing faster than fintech total. If you will compare fintech year by year, this industry doubled annually, but InsurTech growing 3-4 times faster than fintech total. But it's funny, if you will compare whole investments in InsurTech area with expenses for advertising only of after insurance companies only in US, they spend for advertising 2 times more than whole funds invested in InsurTech area. It means that sometimes cheaper to buy InsurTech company than to advertise yourself as innovative company. And really, nobody knows, but insurance industry, so huge and very old-fashioned industry, why this industry didn't disrupt it before and why so many players came only for the last years. But if we will check today, average age of agents of insurance companies will be about 59 years old guys, like this one. It is the reason why I wear this t-shirt, to compare old industry with new industry. And sometimes they even can ask you to fax them something, and you will try to remember how to use fax or how to find fax near you. Regarding transparency and regarding fair price in this industry, many researchers for the last 2 years analyzed that there is some very big conflict of interest inside insurance industry, because when something happens with you, your company have to decide to pay for you to support you in some bad situation, but it means that they will decrease dividends for their shareholders. It means that they will decrease their own annual bonuses, and what you will choose, interests of your clients or interests of your shareholders and your own annual bonus. It is a very big question for whole industry. And as I mentioned, fintech started not so far, but growing very fast, and in comparison with whole other verticals in fintech, attracting a lot of attention, and new talents are coming to this vertical. For the last 18 months, even for last 18 months, we can find that about 100 startups came to the market. You can compare this amount with 5,000 fintechs across the world for today. Maybe it sounds not so big numbers, but I mean for InsurTech, but speed of growth is very high, as I mentioned before. Regarding what's happening when these whole new players come into the market, it's not only about how to convert your paper application to digital world. It is really about how to think digitally, not only how to convert your distribution channels or application channels to online. It is how to exist in online, and it is very big difference between digital companies and offline companies which are trying to operate in online. One of most famous InsurTech startups, he highlighted about 6 features of successful InsurTech companies for today, how they can compete with traditional offline players, and most of these reasons and thoughts belongs to mindset and corporate culture. Because if you will read, for example, such book like Innovator's Dilemma by Clayton Christensen, you will find that sometimes it's harder to survive via just improving already existing company, and sometimes it's Clayton Christensen advice for big and successful players for today. If you want to create something new, please create whole new things as separated, independent, standalone companies, and give them opportunity to create something from scratch without any abilities, any obligations to core business and the current KPIs for which belongs to core business. Our London partner, Chris Skinner, he is also author of 2 bestsellers, Digital Bank and Value Web. He also advised to exclude from InsurTech industry 2 types of companies. First type of companies belongs to online comparison sites, which trying to just to aggregate different offline products online and to advise you often based on price reasons to choose one of these products. To be honest, why he advised to exclude this type of companies from InsurTech, because it's mostly about advertising. It's not about insurance or fintech or new technologies. It's mostly about how to manage your advertising online better, how to generate cheaper and better leads. But it's not about how to serve your insurance clients better. If we will try to count whole InsurTech companies right now across the world, it will be about 550 startups. But as I mentioned on previous slide, we have to exclude 2 types of companies. First of all, price comparison sites, and second one belongs to B2B companies which are helping for traditional offline players to digitalize some questions regarding distribution or regarding online applications. I think if we will exclude all these companies from these 550 or 535, it will be about 300 startups in InsurTech area. It is always a big difference between who named themselves as InsurTech company and real InsurTech startups. We can split InsurTech for 2 streams, 2 areas for today. It's very close how we can split also fintech in total. In fintech, we can find some companies which are taking risk under their clients, under their balance sheet, under their assets, and others true or clear clear tech companies which are trying to analyze big data, trying to analyze behavior, trying to suggest, advise, something, educate their clients. In our report, Money of the Future report, I will talk a little bit later about this paper. We are tracking how InsurTech, fintech and InsurTech for sure, companies across the world already for 4 years and InsurTech for 2 years. We deeply focused on 33 companies between these 300, as I mentioned, and several of them very well known, like Lemonade. For sure, most of guests of this conference know this company from Israel. These guys, you can compare this service with Uber Pool, when some your potential clients prefer to unite in some pool of clients and to share risk, not with whole other unnamed amount of customers of your company, but to share risk with somebody who they will know and who they will trust, and your price will be fair and your risks will be lower in comparison with traditional model of insurance companies. One of unicorns, we counted 50 fintech unicorns for the last year, and about 5 between these 50 belongs to InsurTech industry. One of the most famous between them, it is Oscar Health, 1.5 billion company. This company you can compare with companies like Zappos.com, one of the biggest online shoe retailer from US. They are trying to build a company based not on profit for their shareholders as main value, but trying to build company based from one side great corporate culture, and from other side clients as core of their business. And it's not just common words as every company right now trying to pronounce about themselves, but it is how you originate new products, how you estimate your risks for under your clients. One more unicorn inside the list of unicorns in fintech, and between these 5 InsurTech unicorns, Zenefits. 1 year ago they were 4.5 billion company. Right now they have some internal problems related with their corporate culture and extremely high growth, and their valuation decreased 2 times for 2 billion. But still, in terms of their business, they have very interesting business model. They are providing, they look like not insurance company at first attempt, first insight, but because they are providing payroll software for companies to manage their expenses and relationships with their employees better than before, but they are monetizing their software. We are providing insurance for employees for these companies, and I'm sure that whole problems which related with their own internal problems for today will be solved in this year, and the evaluation came back to the level as a year ago and will grow faster. Friendsurance, it is the same like Lemonade, but in Europe. You can choose some community or some group of friends or people which you know and which you trust, and to combine your expenses for insurance and hedge your risk between this small group. And after that, after the year of the usage, if you will not use this money, they will return to whole elements, whole members of this group. We highlighted, I do not want to talk a lot about each company. You can find easily every new company inside our new reports and all reports too. Most of them belongs to analyzing of your behavior. Your behavior as driver, your behavior as a person who use smart watches or fitness tracker, even your health, mental health. Most of them trying to work with new, fast-growing, on-demand services like Uber or Airbnb, because these kind of services originate new type of employees, because for whom belongs such clients like drivers of Uber or owners of houses via Airbnb. It's very hard to estimate your risk under these clients, also risk per passengers of Ubers or visitors of houses from Airbnb. And also, as I mentioned, several companies still trying to work with price comparison model, but it's very important that they are trying to shift their business model from just advising and analyzing of current products on offline market to something like PFM solution, personal financial management tools, to advise you how to manage your money better, how to set up your short-term, mid-term, and long-term goals, how to achieve them faster than before. And I think it's very important, not only for InsurTech, but also for whole FinTech, not to think about the past, because banks and insurance companies, they analyze only the past, but how to predict future, how to help, how to educate your clients, how to suggest them, for example, using the data about how many smokers around them, or how often they are visiting fitness centers, how to become more healthy, how to become better educated, how to achieve more, how to earn more. Because every time banks trying to talk with you how to spend less, but it's not so important. When you will die, you will not think about, oh, I save a lot of money. You will think about how much money you earned and how many things you bought, or how many countries you visited, or what about education for your kids. And it's the same questions for insurance companies, how to shift just from selling, even online, traditional offline products to new digital era, which are using big data from many devices, smart devices, which are providing so many features, so many knowledge about our customers, and how to sell them more than insurance, how to sell them education, how to even one more feature of InsurTech for today, it is that it's very difficult to split InsurTech and HealthTech. In HealthTech area, this vertical attracted 6 billion investment for the last year, twice more than InsurTech. But to be honest, we have to unite these two verticals because they are trying to do very close things. As I mentioned, right now there are several trends which are influenced to InsurTech industry. First of all, it is very fast growing new services like Uber and Airbnb, which originate new type of clients and new type of risk. Also, big amount of data about your customers. Blockchain can solve so many problems inside InsurTech industry, especially for unbanked markets. And new type of risk like cyber insurance, like porn revenge, like cyberbullying for your kids. You can provide insurance for their parents against this cyberbullying. Right now you are providing insurance for cars, but what about insurance for drones, for enterprises or for private clients? And what about smart devices around your customers? Who will use this data? Right now, Starbucks spending several millions per year. We are buying data from Fitbit and Jobon. But what about insurance companies? They do not do the same things as Starbucks doing for today. As I mentioned before, one more big problem for how to work with insurance companies and how to set up your InsurTech startup, it is how many open APIs exist on the market. I can give you an answer for today. There is no any useful open APIs for the industry for today, and it is lack of infrastructure because you have to spend about 80% of your resources to be launched, and when you will decide to scale from one country to other country, it will be very, very difficult. And somebody have to solve this problem. I mentioned about our report, Money of the Future. We are highlighting InsurTech industry already for 2 years and FinTech for 4 years. Please download it for free. We are not as insurance companies, and we are providing knowledge for free. And please enjoy this amazing event. Thank you, Gerben. Enjoy your day.